Don't trust that. They are saying that yes, create helpful content, which seems like a good idea to do it, but does that mean you will get ranking? Definitely no. And if any SEO is saying otherwise, they are probably Delilu. So that was the first thing that I observed this year. And the second one, which came out of nowhere almost, the Reddit deal that Google did in, I think that was in Feb or March this year. And after that, Reddit went through the roof, and Reddit was started to rank for everything, almost every keyword. And people have been sharing examples where Reddit should not be showing up, like really weird. Some funny example, so funny comment from someone on Reddit is ranking as a feature snippet for like a money related query or something like that. And then over time, in June, July, August, Google started to introduce new search features just for Reddit. And in US, they are still testing a new interface in desktop and mobile search results, where users can expand Reddit comments in search results itself rather than going to Reddit, just like you can expand YouTube videos in the search results. So that is also interesting. For some reason, Google is testing new features specific to Reddit. And then Google also started to bring Reddit comments and post in Discover feed, which also again becomes a problem for publishers who are getting traffic from Discover, because there is limited space. And if Google is plugging in Reddit over there, definitely, yeah, other people who are showing up over there will lose traffic from that as well. So Reddit was like a main thing to that SEOs noticed this year, but it was not the only thing, because the challenge started to become bigger and bigger over time, because nothing improved with March core update, and nothing improved with August core update, nothing improved with November core update, and December core update is rolling out now, and I don't know what will happen with this one as well. And from like whatever I have said so far, it may sound that SEO is dead, but actually it's not dead. Yesterday or day before that, I posted that one of my client will is almost about to hit like 100 million clicks from Google search this year, which is like crazy. Like you can still get like 100 million clicks from Google search in a year. But if you look at the search console graph of that site over time, and over like last 5 years of data, you will clearly see the decline in clicks. So I'm not saying that 100 million is a big number, or is a really good number, but at the same time, last year, a couple of years back, that 100 million was sitting at around 200 million clicks from Google search only. And that trend is already going down, down, down over time. And in 2025, we don't know where things will end, because Google is pushing AI overviews everywhere. And even though Google is saying that, yes, AI overviews are showing up the links to publishers, and people are clicking on those links to go to those web pages, but we don't know. Like even last week, when Elizabeth Reed, Google, who is Google's head of search, and she gave an interview at Fortune's Brainstorm AI event, and even there she said that the clicks that are going out from AI overviews are high quality clicks. And then I was like, if those are high quality clicks and people are actually clicking on those links which Google is showing in AI overviews answers, then why don't Google is showing us the data in Search Console? Let's just add a filter where we can say AI overviews, and it just shows us AI overviews, impression, position, clicks, and everything else. What keywords AI overviews are showing up for. So that is also a problem. And let's see next year what happens. But I feel like we are going in 2025 with a lot of challenges, especially if you are a publisher site. It's kind of like a key movement for you in terms of SEO strategy, as well in terms of the business decisions that you have to make early next year. And on e-commerce side, I'm still optimistic. Like with e-commerce, Google is getting really good in figuring out like who is actually good website. So if you do actually good work, you implement the schema, you set up the merchant center feed and everything else, you will most likely get shown up in the shopping. You will get positions in the different search features that Google shows in search results, like popular products, explore more brands, and everything else. So e-commerce side is still looking good, and but the publisher side is looking really, really bad. But going into 2025, all this may sound like a crumbling situation, but there is one thing that happened this year which is the best thing ever in our industry. And that thing is site reputation abuse policy and manual actions after that. And in no March core update, Google introduced that policy, and recently in November, 17 November, Google updated that policy. And after the update, what happened was never expected by any SEO. They sent a manual action for Forbes Advisor, for CNN Money, for AP Bylines, and many other publishers across the world who have been abusing their site reputation for almost like 5 to 10 years, where they have been publishing a lot of affiliate heavy shit pages which were ranking in Google search results just because of the domain or the domain level signals. And I think this is a really good thing. But as of now, we have seen Google issues manual actions, and from my list, it's almost sitting at like 50 sites they have issued manual actions which deserved it. But there are almost like 6 to 700 websites who deserve manual actions in each country. If you look at in Australia, UK, US, India, Canada, and even in European countries, most of the top 5 publishers are abusing their site reputation in one way or another. So that total comes up to 6 or 700 manual actions which need to be issued still yet. And we I am hopeful that in early next year Google will start to issue those manual actions too. But at the same time, there is one more thing that Google mentioned in the recent update to site reputation abuse policy, which is starkly different content and treating it as a standalone site in a site. And I think that is also really important. For example, like Forbes is supposed to write about news. They are not supposed to write about like best stocks to buy during Christmas holidays. And if Forbes decide to publish that page, Google is saying that that is starkly means like in a weird way it's different from their regular content, which means that Google will not be passing on domain level signals to those pages. So which means like Forbes can write anything that they want. They can review socks, they can review shoes and anything, but that will not be getting the domain level signals, which means you can write anything, but that does not mean that anything will rank. So I think this is a good thing that Google will be implementing in 2025. So in the post, they said that they are developing systems to do this at scale. And I think that by mid 2025, we will hear like some really good blog posts from Google where they will explain it properly that this is what their system is doing and this is the impact of the system on publishers and this is how it is improving our search results, which is making it definitely it will make better. Because let's say if you are writing about shoes, you are product reviewing shoes and doing actual testing, and then suddenly you see Forbes popping up at in search results above you, then you will be also surprised that what the heck happened. Like, I have been reviewing shoes for 5 years, I put in effort, record the videos, do the testing and everything, and then suddenly Forbes comes out of nowhere and just write an article and outrank me, which that will start to stop in early 2025. And by mid 2025 we will have some good clarity around it from Google as well. And I think that that is the best thing ever in our industry. And if Google decide to go with the starkly different, I just call it like algorithm, starkly different algorithm to treat different sections of the site as a standalone site in a site. So which means that you cannot hide your parasite content in the site no matter how you try, because the algorithm itself is trying to find the pages and eliminating them and not passing on the domain level signal. So either if you have a subdomain or subfolder or any weird URL structure where you are trying to in a shady tactic way do a sneaky trick with Google and hide your parasite content, that will no longer be possible. So I think this is a really good thing moving forward, but we just need to wait and see if Google will go ahead with executing it at scale. And I think once this is executed at scale, because many of the HCO affected sites were also writing the content which these publishers are writing, but in many cases those content written by smaller publishers was actually good. So if these bigger publishers are gone from search results in top 5 positions, then who will come there? My expectation is that Google will further push Reddit over there. But out of the top five, which are freed up positions, even if one position go to Reddit, four positions will still be available. And I think that's when the helpful content affected sites will actually recover. So we just need to wait when Google rolls out starkly at scale, and then helpful content guys who were hit, they will start to recover as well. I think I went on like a long route, but this is like an overview of the whole year. But the biggest achievement so far is almost 100 million clicks in a year, which is amazing.